Hey everybody, so I am off work this week, so as usual there will be a two-part two videos for the weekly roundup. So doing part one today, and then also going to give you a little bit of a look of how my records are organized, and that sort of thing. Go over some of the things in the record room that maybe you can't see as well. Give you a little bit of a close-up look as well. So let's go ahead and get into the first half of what I've been listening to for this week. So the first one is Underground by Messiah. These guys are thrash primarily, I think, early on. This is more kind of thrash groove type thing. The vocals to me are very similar to Tom Victor of Prong and Evan Seinfeld of Biohazard. And the most recent, Hooded Menace. I'm going to try to pronounce this again. It is Lachrymose Monuments of Obscuration. Hopefully I said that right. Some Death Doom from Finland. And we got some American power metal with Seven Witches, Passage to the Other Side. And we got some Aluna with Awakening the Forest. Kind of like a traditional doom band from the UK with a female vocalist. Some Flotsam and Jetsam, Dreams of Death. Got some Judas Priest, of course, with Screaming for Vengeance. And some Overkill, Ironbound. And last but not least, the Black Album from Metallica. Records. We got Open Hostility from Razor. Fantastic Canadian thrash band. It is the most recent that I have from them. Let's see. We got a year on here. I don't see a year on here. Then we got some Suicidal Tendencies with How Can I Laugh Tomorrow? Or How Will I Laugh Tomorrow? Then we got Split Image from Excel, crossover thrash band. Then some Deep Purple, made in Japan. only 7 songs, but it feels like it takes like over an hour to get through, and that's because um, Deep Purple and Rainbow alike tend to do very long jams on what should be very short songs. Um, that's really kind of my only complaint with Deep Purple live stuff is that it's, I don't want to say too jammy, but I'm kind of like when I go to a concert, I like to, if you do like 1 or 2 songs that you kind of extend, that's kind of cool. But when you extend like every song, then it almost becomes like it's um, a prog show, and you don't get to hear as many songs. That's kind of would be my complaint. Like if I paid $50 to go see Deep Purple and they played only 9 songs, but the show was 2 hours, you know. And speaking of Richie Blackmore, Straight Between the Eyes, Rainbow with Joe Lynn Turner. Lace of Whiskey from Alice Cooper. Some of this stuff is stuff I hadn't listened to in a while. Give Me Back My Bullets from Leonard Skinner. We got some Michael Jackson with Bad. We got the New Order from Testament. Got some Prong. Prove You Wrong. So Nirvana with In Utero. I'm probably in the minority where I think this is better than Nevermind. I think it really goes back to that raw sound that they had on their debut album. And some Megadeth with Peace Sells. Some Scorpions with Blackout. Got Human from Death. Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast. I know a lot of people think this album and a couple songs in particular from this album are like way overplayed, but I really think this is an underrated Iron Maiden record. I think this is probably most people's least favorite Motorhead, Another Perfect Day. I don't think it's terrible. But I put it as my least favorite. I don't know. We got some Fair Warning from Van Halen. We got some Slayer with Repentless. You got some AC/DC, If You Want Blood. Now this is a really good live album. I think that's the only official one that they put out with Bond. And of course some Aerosmith with the Toys in the Attic. So that right there is what I set my phone on when I do my videos. There's the infamous captain's chair. I usually have a crate down here with the 2-spin. So the current way of organizing is now I put hard rock and heavy metal all into one, and then just did it alphabetically, as you can see, starting here with the A's. And we got Seventh Son Eddie protecting the A's, along with Rob Halford. Show some Anvil. My favorite record in my collection, the Black Sabbath debut, because my wife bought it for me on our first Christmas here. And of course, you got the C's on down the line, D's and E's. Keep coming down. Then you get the punk and hardcore section, Christian rock and metal, and then you got the other miscellaneous stuff like pop, rock, blues, techno, funk, that kind of stuff. And there is Queen Diamond. We'll take a little journey down to the... This is where the CDs are stored. And they're done the same way. Pull that out. And I like doing it this way, like this, as opposed to like this, just because it's easier to flip through. And I'm not having to turn my head to the side to, read what record or CD it is. And also the same with the records as well. It's just easier to flip through. What am I going to listen to? Just flip through a bit, and I've got, band artist labels on there, so it's easier to, find what I'm looking for. A little closer up look of the posters on the wall. Most of these come from album inserts. That Ultimatum and Deliverance, Sacrament, that all came from from Scott. The DRI came from Ron. And then I also got some fabric posters in the room. When I get CD box sets, like the Overkill box set, just kind of have that standing out as decoration, or slip cases, like the Marilyn Manson slip case, and Baroness as well. And you got Lemmy down here guarding the Motorhead records as he should. So that's it for this video. I got, since I am off this week, like I said, I got some other videos. Got some album rankings that I'm going to do. I have at least one topic video that I plan on doing as well. So, and after I get this video uploaded up, I will do a video today on what I call my vinyl year 6 in review, as I have been doing, I think, for the last couple of years. I don't think I've done it every year. But I'll be cranking that one out after this video is already uploaded. So anyway, until I do that video, God bless.